Let's go. Ugh. I just got done sharing some stuff. I'm all getting warmed up. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling I'm feeling different today. I'm feeling different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little bit on the badass side, like a real tough guy today. You want to know why I feel like that?
Why is that?
There's a very specific reason why I feel like a badass who just can take on the world right now. You know why? Because this guy right here got his first round of the COVID-19 vaccine, baby.
Very nice.
Let's go. Who else is excited about that? Am I the only one that's excited about that? I think so.
Yeah, just so you know, you're lagging quite a bit.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's your end or my end.
Hopefully it's just your end.
Hopefully.
I hope. I mean, I look good on my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you probably didn't hear a word I said then, probably.
In and out, but I got the picture.
All that hype for almost nothing. It was fun. Glad I could be here tonight. See you later. I'm going to get out of here. No, we're just getting started. We're going to do a little bit of On and Off the Field, the award-winning podcast, On and Off the Field with their fan Dylan. Another exciting episode. Episode 48 of this season. Yeah. This season basically just means... we always start at the beginning of the regular season, right?
We started season 3 the first week of August.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically,
the start of the season.
Basically, when preseason would be starting, when they do the wrapping up training camp or midway through training camp, I don't know.
So we kind of kill the off season, and then it's like, let's go new season.
Yeah.
Seasons don't matter. I think we eclipsed 100 episodes. I did something, and it told me how many episodes were on iTunes, and it said like 106.
Oh, nice.
So we passed 100. We're gone. No, we're not celebrating that, apparently. We're just going to move on from it because it's not that important. All right, let's get this show on the road. We got some stuff to do. So let's do a little bit of flossing. Let's make sure everybody out there is doing their best to floss. That means you're liking, observing, sharing, and subscribing to anything on and off the field related. That's all you got to do. That's all we ask from you, really. We don't ask a lot from people. We're just kind of like, hey, make sure you're flossing. And if you're confused about all this flossing stuff, Durf can 100% fill you in on that information.
Definitely. Well, you can follow, like, observe, and share on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as subscribe to our YouTube and our Twitch channels, which we are currently live on, all by searching at OOTF Podcast. Make sure to click the link in the video description to get all the other links that you need to make sure you're flossing on this great show. Make sure to also follow Notoriety Sports Network on all social media platforms. This is the next greatest sports hub in America. We have NSN Philly, NSN Indiana, NSN Florida, and the mothership NSN. Make sure to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts so that we know how we're doing and what you like or dislike about this award-winning show.
No new reviews from our last update.
Bummer.
Just decided to check. Thought maybe, but no. And then we also got breaking news from ESPN. Number 6 Michigan defeats number 3 Tennessee 70-55 in the second round of the NCAA Women's Tournament. First Sweet 16 appearance for the Wolverines.
Nice.
So the women are kicking butt over in the women's tournament, and then the men over here are a 1 seed, just kind of cruising right now. They're doing their thing. Big stuff going on for Michigan. They still can't beat Ohio State in football, but their basketball seems to be doing good.
They can do basketball.
I was listening to Dan Patrick this morning, and they were doing a big debate on like if a school is a basketball school or a football school. They're kind of going through the tournament bracket, like Indiana. Are they a basketball school? They're most likely a basketball school. because that was the whole Bob Knight thing. Bob Knight was Indiana, right? Do I have the right school? I think.
Yes.
So they're kind of like doing this debate on that, because then you got Gonzaga, who's been dominating the last couple of years, like 2-3 years, but you'd never heard of them before the past 2-3 years. So are they a basketball school now? They've never really been a football school.
I would say basketball for sure. I think that's the only time I ever really heard Gonzaga is basketball.
Right. And then they got to Michigan. It's like, well, when you first hear Michigan, you're like, oh, that's football. We all know Michigan football.
Mm-hmm.
But what have they done? I mean, obviously they're a big team and everyone knows who they are, but where's the success? It's kind of like how everybody praises the Cowboys. Like, we're constantly talking about the Cowboys. But what have they done?
Right.
It's the same thing with Michigan. Is Michigan, I guess that's the poll question night. Is Michigan the equivalent of the Cowboys for college football?
I would say so.
I don't even know how we got on this topic. I just thought it was funny. I just kind of went on a tangent right there.
There you go.
That's fine. Whatever. It's all good. We can jump into some first and foremost, we got to do this. We got to do this right now.
All right.
Got to add it in here. We got to do this right now. You know why we got to do this right now? Because my pie is getting cold.
Oh, man.
Our OGs remember our interview with Dane and Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
Those who were here for that was a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember how many weeks. Maybe about a month ago. Maybe about.
Yeah, probably about a little over a month or so.
Oh, a little bit over.
Well, it was right after the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he just flew in back from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely over a month ago. Wow.
So yeah, we're talking a month and a half.
Seems just like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, so Dane and Hughes chose pie. We asked him the famous question, pie versus cake, obviously. So he said pie, and then he specifically said a peach pie or a peach cobbler. Then he continued to say even a peach apple pie. Those go good together. And we told him we got to give it a try. He said we had to give it a try. We said we'll try it, and we'll make sure we let him know that we tried it. I say we, but I'm the only one who has pie over here. We didn't have a chance to convene, and I don't even know do you even want a piece of this? Are you interested in eating a peach pie?
I don't know.
Well, you're a cake person, so you don't.
I'm a cake person, so the pie is like.
Well, technically, this is a cobbler.
Okay.
Technically, because Walmart does. The only difference between a pie and a cobbler, I found out, is basically there's no bottom crust on a cobbler virtually, so everything's just kind of spilling out. And then the top is a little bit more biscuity of a dough. That's about the only difference. So it's no big deal. It's basically the same thing. So I wanted to do our guest justice. So I got to make this out of here's Josh coming in with the cake. Let me make sure everyone can see it. There we go. It looks like a mush pile, but it smells delicious.
Yeah.
This thing, I'm very excited to try it. Not gonna lie. I got to make sure I get peach and apple in here. So I got to make this into a 1 minute clip, so I can put it on TikTok too. So I'm going to start over. Okay. So anyone who's listening to this live is probably like, "Oh my god, this guy's a dick." So let's try and get this out real quick.
Oh,
here we go. Our guest from over a month ago, Dane and Hughes, said that we need to try a peach pie because he chose peach in the pie cake debate. So he chose pie. So we're trying a peach pie, and it's actually a peach apple pie. So I'm going to try it right now because we said we would try. He said he wanted us to try it, so we're going to try it, or I'm going to try it. So here we go. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a Walmart pie, too. That's really good. Because you get it tastes like an apple pie because there's apples in it, but then you got the peach in there though, and the peach really just rounds it out and makes a very good pie / cobbler. And that was like just right on 1 minute too. That's going to be a sexy clip.
There you go.
That's going to be a sexy clip. Yeah, someone tag Dana and Hughes. Get him in here. What's the difference between peach pie and cobbler? The difference between pie and cobbler, from what I read, excuse me, as I choke to death now. This is why you don't eat when you're doing stuff. This is why you don't eat when you're doing shows. Basically, there's two differences between a pie and a cobbler. Cobblers don't have a crust on the bottom, so everything's just kind of spilling out the bottom. There's only a top crust. And that crust on the top is more of like a biscuit dough rather than like a flaky, just pie dough, you know? It's a little bit more thick and there's no flake, you know? It's just kind of like there. Yeah. You know, it's more like very light crackery. I don't know. I'm not a culinary expert. But it's definitely not a pie crust. There definitely is a difference, though.
Okay.
So there you go, Dayton. I tried your peach pie. It was very good. Oh, hey. Just in time for an absolute. Oh, no, never mind. He joined and walked away. It's fine. It's fine. We were just about to get into some news, some sports news, and then we got interrupted. Y'all are in for a treat right now. Watch. This is gonna be fun.
When he gets back.
It's a nice wall.
Oh, okay. It's Rapid Day's background.
Josh says you might have to try it, dude. You have to. It's at Walmart. I walked into Walmart, went to the baked goods area, and it was literally right there.
Couldn't wait 5 seconds.
There he is. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, we have coming up here as a guest, Rapid Dave of Strikeout Beer and Rapid Dave Streams. It's Rapid Dave.
You guys are a mess.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do we say? What do we say? You're doing great.
You're doing great.
We just got done trying the recommended. Well, I did.
There it goes. Okay.
The recommended peach pie from our guest Dane and Hughes from over a month ago.
Nice.
And I tell you what, man. I don't know if you had a peach pie, but it's great. It's a peach apple combo.
Oh,
very good.
Oh, buddy.
So
that stuff dreams are made of. What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Got to grease the skids a little bit. I haven't had a beer in a couple days.
Couple days. You're still breathing.
Oh man.
You got to get lubed up for Strikeout Beer tomorrow night.
No, I got to take it easy, man. I'm telling you, after like drinking, I don't know. It must have been like 10, 11 hours on Saturday. Sunday, I was almost dying. I'm 40, man. I'm 40.
Hey, I'm 26, and that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Drinking for that long.
That beer went bad, so let me go ahead and get this one.
Oh, well, let's round it out here real quick, because I already said I'm a pie person. I just got done eating a pie / cobbler. Same thing in my mind. Okay. I've had both now. This is my first cobbler I think I've ever had. It's basically pie.
Cobblers are amazing.
Fred is obviously a cake person.
Yeah,
we've brought that up every week now.
What's your favorite pie, Fred?
Pie.
Cake. I'm sorry, you said cake.
I'm a cake person. So my cake is marble cake, milk chocolate frosting.
Okay, so something with some, I don't know, what do you call it? A little extra effort, right? Not some cake that sucks with sugar frosting and whatnot. And
you just grab the box cake out of like the bakery section. You just you get the little vanilla plain cake right out of the box of the Walmart bacon aisle. Yeah.
I mean, they got some cakes in there that go a little bit. You know what I mean? But don't not sleep on tres leches. You know?
Oh boy.
But, that's my thing though. It's like when I think of cake, you hardly, like in an office setting or anything like that, you hardly really have the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to almost attend a child's birthday party at this point because, you know, the moms and dads have got to go overboard because everybody's talking about how great the party is and crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, everyone's talking about who had the best dish, who brought the best cake, who brought the best whatever. So you got to make sure you're on top of your game.
Absolutely. I'm keeping an eye on my wife. She went in my kids' room for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. She's in there.
Trouble's brewing.
He left town. 4 hours ago.
Oh,
yeah. So she's in there rooting around. I don't know what she's.
You're looking for the drugs.
She's looking at. And she goes, "He's not taking any of that with him, is he?" I was like, "Oh boy." She's like, "You better be ready to bail him out." I was like,
It's Ryan Francis.
What's up, Francis?
He's joining the show. What's going on? Yeah. So is that your what? So tres leches, is that that's your favorite cake?
Me, if I had to pick one, I mean, you know, something like fudge or German chocolate or something chocolatey. Vanilla is just too plain for me. You know, it kind of gets into the fruits like strawberries and stuff like that. I'm okay with those. Bundt cake. You know, there's a place called what's the name of that place? Nothing but Bundt cake. Oh boy, you get them delivered to the house or office, you're having a good freaking day.
There you
Bundt
go.
cakes. Someone made a bakery around Bundt cakes. Wow,
they're this freaking big, dude.
Never would have thought of that.
And they go.
Is that like a popular Texas thing, or they just kind of did it and ran with it? Like, because we do Bundt cakes up here, but it's not popular. It's just kind of, you know, it's there.
Yeah. No, this is trendy stuff. Like we have Tiff's treats and stuff like that, where it's like cupcakes. That's another thing. If there's a Tiff's treats, it's all cupcakes, which is cake. I'm all on that too. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm talking myself out of the pies, how much I love pies, because the availability and the upscale of, you know, everybody stepped their game up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have a bakery that sucks. You can have a bakery that's got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up like the cupcakes and whatnot, because last week with Bridget Case, she didn't go the traditional route. We said pie versus cake, and she's like, I just like the small things. She went the cookie route. She went the cupcake route. She likes the little handheld things. Because when you do pie or cake, you gotta sit down. It's an event, you know. You can't really just grab a piece of pie or cake.
Yeah, I agree. They should be excluded. Like anytime someone says cupcakes, muffins, or cookies or something like that, you got to toss them out because it's
a whole different category.
Convenience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was trying to go in here and share y'all stuff out while I'm sitting
and
here.
Ryan Francis wants cookies. TJ says where's the pie and whiskey? There's no whiskey. We don't do that here. But there's your pie. Kind of looks disgusting on camera.
I'll tell you right now, you got yourself a good pie if you can hold the plate at a 45-degree angle and it don't come off.
It don't go. I was kind of worried about that at first, and then this thing ain't going nowhere. That's stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Did I have a favorite cake? Well, my favorite cake is exclusive around here, kind of. It's the Wegmans cake.
Oh, is that thing at I guess you were talking about with the guy from Buffalo, the ESPN guy?
Probably.
What's his name, Danger or something?
Yeah, Mike Danger. We brought up a couple different cakes with him, but we probably brought up the Wegmans cake with the whipped frosting that's on there, and it's just the best cake I've ever had.
The ultimate one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's usually our family's go-to.
Yeah, when you start talking about whipped frosting, you got some premium ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
Premium product. You know, it's not just laced with a bunch of sugar and crap. You know what I mean? It's got some.
That's fine for like one big cake. It's like $20 also. You know, you're not walking in there for $5 for this thing. So it's high quality.
He's like his Durf frozen. No, he just doesn't move a whole lot.
Nope, just listening.
I toss up questions to Durf every now and again just to make sure everyone's involved. I want to make sure everyone's having a good time.
Okay. I'm sharing right now. This is what I'm doing. I'm not looking down to ignore you.
You can ignore us too. I don't have a problem with that. I don't understand why. Well, I mean, that was our start to show. Our start of the show was supposed to be pie versus cake. The continued debate because I had the pie there. I wanted to start with that so it didn't get cold. It was like lukewarm when I took my bite, but that's okay. I'll survive. I want to take another bite, but I choked last time, so I don't want to repeat that event.
Little sticky.
little sticky, the crust is a little dusty, so don't want to go through that again. I think you heard about this. I think everyone heard about this. This is great. We normally start with NFL news, but right now we're going to start a little other news-ish because it's just one quick one.
Okay.
Cubs minor leaguer / prospect was found with 21 pounds of meth in his equipment bag. Jesus Camargo Corrales, 25 years old. 21 pounds of meth in his equipment bag. And the original picture that they showed was from inside the locker room. That means this man took his equipment bag, walked into his locker room, and was just like, yeah, we'll just throw this in here like I own the joint. Just like, it's just my equipment. Don't look in there. 21 pounds of meth. What are you doing?
I don't know any baseball players that have 20 pounds of anything in their bags unless they're a catcher. You know what I mean? My bag was always heavy because I was a catcher. I had the biggest bag. I had to carry around all the junk. But yeah, 20 pounds. And then why wouldn't you just leave it in the car or leave it at the house? I guess you don't leave it at the house because if you're a drug dealer, you're going to get robbed or something. They got to keep it moving, right?
I guess he was keeping it moving in his locker.
I didn't hear about the story. That's actually kind of crazy.
No.
They don't pay minor leaguers anything, so I guess he's got to make money somewhere or another. But that's a lot of hooch.
Trying to figure out what position he played.
Shortstop or second.
Are you guessing, or is that what you saw?
Okay. But if I have to put my word to it, the other guys are walking in with little satchels, like all their crap's already there because all he needs is a glove and like a pair of socks.
Right? Yeah.
The catcher's got the most. You can jam a lot of crap in that bag.
Yeah. So, do you have a position guess, Fred, or do you already know?
I don't know. I saw this earlier today from a fellow podcast that we've had on the show last year. I'm going to take a guess and say third base.
Okay, third base, second base, or shortstop. And TJ says catcher. You've got a solid guess? What are you saying?
Oh, I was saying second or shortstop. I don't know.
Okay.
Then if you think about it logistically, the only person that could walk in the area with a huge bag would be a catcher. But then his stuff should already be there anyway, so I don't know.
So it just happens to be that the player that needs the least amount of equipment is the one that got caught.
Center fielder?
He's a pitcher. This dude doesn't even need a bat. This dude just needs a glove and a ball.
He's walking up to the plate. Just give me a bat. And they're like, what? Yeah, anyone. Doesn't matter. I'm not hitting it.
A pitcher of all positions.
That's crazy.
21 pounds of meth.
I wonder how much is that street value? 21 pounds. What are we talking? Like a couple mil?
Let's Google it so I can get put on a list.
Yeah, I'll Google it too.
How much is 21 pounds of meth worth on the street? How much does a quarter pound of meth go for? Let's find out.
What? Now you're going to get caught. It's not in the story, man.
6 to 7 months ago, for a quarter pound, it'd be $3,400. So let's do the math. 3,400 times 4. Yeah, because that's a quarter pound. So that's a pound is 13,600.
Yep.
And then times 21. So this dude was hauling around $285,600 worth of meth, street value.
That's probably why I didn't leave it at his house. Maybe he's got a crappy apartment or something like that. Bad area.
Not gonna lie, that's not as much as I thought it was gonna be.
That was like at least a mil, right? I mean,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe crack or meth weighs more than like crack or cocaine.
I guess meth. I guess maybe 21 pounds doesn't get you as far with meth. Yeah. Wait, did you see the picture though?
No, I didn't see it. You gonna flash it up? Can I see it?
Yeah, let's flash it up.
Takes me back to being at home in Kentucky.
Here we go. Let's flash this up on the screen for everyone to see. There you go.
I like that middle picture where he's just laying back in the seat there. Holy shit, that's a I mean, I guess it's not that much. It's in a small Cubs bag.
Yeah.
Looks like a duffel bag. So he's just like, nah, man, I'm going to work. Maybe he's getting it to the team. Maybe the
he's
team's
getting
all
dragged out of the locker room in handcuffs, and everyone is looking around like, "Oh shit, there goes our guy. There goes our dealer." How are we supposed to get our meth now?
I'm telling you, some of those towns, small towns, and all that kind of crap. It's a problem. It's a massive problem.
John Suggs came in here solidly and said the Eagles had to sign a QB, and it happened to be Joe Flacco.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's still going around.
Me either. He's at best he was a backup. What was he in Denver? I think, right? He lost his job and became a backup.
I think. Did he get hurt in Denver? Is that what happened?
Neck injury in Denver. Went out on surgery. It was when they played the carousel of quarterbacks last year, or 2 seasons ago now. And then he went to the Jets to be backup for Sam Darnold, which he actually did start a couple games, actually played decent, and then, the Jets started tanking. So,
got to get the guy playing well out of there.
Yeah, so he'll back up Jalen Hurts now with Philly, but
Philly's going to QB, right, in the draft?
Probably.
I mean, we're not too far out from Durf's mock draft coming out.
Can't wait.
Maybe the next week or two.
Yeah, I would say so. I've been I still got some formula editing to do in my file, but we're getting there. It's
this guy's got formula editing for his mock draft. See, he takes this seriously. This guy is,
got to do some regression analysis, and run some tables, some models.
There you go.
Models, just to make sure.
And I'm just sitting here like, I know Trevor Lawrence is going first, and everything else says crapshoot. That's how I see it every year.
Yeah.
Is he absolutely going first?
Oh yeah.
I think so. And everything I've seen, everything that I've been able to gather is Trevor Lawrence is going first. One thing that's been really surprising is Jamar Chase at number 3 to the Dolphins. He has been like the consensus pick that I've seen the entire way. Now, some analysts like to get crazy and do trades. I don't do that nonsense. That's
where I would go with that pick, though.
Right.
Yeah, I would. If I was the Dolphins, I'd trade that.
Right, because they already have 18.
Right, they have 18, and if you trade out of the third overall pick, you could get. I mean, they could just keep building, keep going.
Yeah.
Granted, they would need. Jamar Chase would very much help that offense. It's kind of lackluster, but I'm trying to remember. Was Rapid Dave a Texans fan? I don't remember.
No.
Hold on. I got this. Cowboys.
Because that's what I was going to bring up. I was like, I want to talk about one thing and one thing only.
What is it?
And pie. I want to talk rape allegations.
Oh boy. Yeah. That was next on our docket, at least.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Can I hang around and watch?
We are now at 16 lawsuits, according to the Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, of sexual assault and harassment. None of the women have been identified, but they are all being represented by a Houston lawyer, Tony Busby. Watson's lawyer, Rusty Hardin, has just stated earlier today that there is strong evidence that at least one of the lawsuits is false, which questions the legitimacy of the rest of the lawsuits. Now, before we get too out of hand, because I already put this on social media, this was before the lawyer came out and said all this, but I say this for all podcasters. If you're just a regular Joe on the street, I don't care. You can have an opinion. Go for it. But just for podcasters, people that have listeners and whatnot, you have to be a little careful about running around and just saying one group is bad and these people are I had one person go and call Deshaun Watson a human piece of trash. Well, if he ends up innocent, then you look like an idiot. So you have to keep yourself in check. We can talk about this kind of stuff, where this stuff leads, things we've seen in the past. We can talk about it as an open discussion, but we can just refrain from conspiracy theories. Maybe not conspiracy theories, but trying to call one group of people innocent and the other people guilty before there's evidence. So after that being said, go for it. What do you want to talk about, Rapid Dave?
Oh, me? Okay.
Let's do it.
Actually, I think that your comment, I saw it earlier and I didn't say anything. I kind of left it alone because I had just a weird feeling that I was going to be here tonight. And I was like, I'm safe. But I think it applies to everybody. I think everybody needs to chill out because it's not in just this case. It's every single case that includes a high-profile person or something, right? Where it's very controversial and it divides people and whatnot. People just go off the deep end immediately. They choose our side and they dig in, and it's like, is it true? I don't know. We're gonna find out. And I think there was already a report that somebody was like, "Hey, 30 grand, I'll shut my mouth." Like there was already like kind of a what's the word for it?
A little bit of a blackmail situation going on.
Oh, blackmail. But if you receive the money after the allegations to dismiss it, it's not blackmail anymore, which I don't understand why one is okay and the other one's not. And it's just one of those things. If he did something wrong, he did something wrong. If he didn't, he didn't. I think there needs to be more punishment for people who come out to attack someone and besmirch the name, if you want to say that. There needs to be more punishment, because if not, you're going to have stuff like this. And yeah, it seems to be at the weirdest time. The guy wants to get out of Houston. Everybody wants to get out of Houston. He's the next guy up. You've never heard anything negative about Deshaun Watson, ever. As far as I know.
Even in college, clean record. Kid was just a good kid.
And how many clean kids are coming out of Clemson? He's Clemson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, buddy. There's some weird stuff going down there in Clemson. And it's weird how people jump off the deep end. But then again, it's the same thing with all these other allegations. Whenever there's like all of a sudden 50. Well, someone starts it and then everybody's like, oh, yeah, me too. I did this, or this happened to me. So that's why you see more people come out of the woodwork. And then obviously, if they're being represented by the same attorney, the attorney's finding these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm. There's obviously some type of trailer or something like that. But yeah, just hang tight until you see what happens. Now, whatever the judgment is, or if it's dismissed, but then it's handled outside of court, yeah, I think we can go ahead and just assume that there was some foul play and he didn't want to go through the legal trouble, which I don't understand how you're allowed to buy your way out of, sexual assault or anything like that.
Well, that happens on a daily basis, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If a guy like me or you or Durf or Hansy Allen over there, he's getting out of control, but he's not a high profile guy. He just goes to the clink, because he's not going to pay off anybody, and they don't care about that. But they only care about payoffs and things like that when you're high profile. But that's my thing. I was like, just chill out until you find out more. And it happens daily, not just with sports icons or anything like that, but just daily crap that's going on in the world or America or whatever. But yeah, just pump the brakes, dude.
Pump the brakes, Durf. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Durf's over there with a full blown opinion.
Come on,
feel it. Let us have it.
Bubbling up. He's just like,
his face is turning red.
I don't know. It's something I haven't been keeping a huge eye on. It's been so I'm looking at this from a football standpoint more, not to take any importance away from all the situation. But I don't know. I always see it as like everything I've seen in the last year, everything has gone to the extreme so quickly. Nothing has, taken time to settle. Everything is constantly exponentially growing, whether good or bad. And, I think this is another case here. Now, I am really curious to see, what happens here. Does this go to court? Does Deshaun Watson, does this get settled? Does, stuff actually become true about a lot of this? And if it really does, then, it's, to me, I find that really sad that, our sports world still has this problem going on, situation that we've constantly heard, whether it's, sexual assault or domestic violence or, owners doing whatever they want. And, it's not good for our youth that are in the sports world, looking up to these players to, see this. A kid could be looking up to Deshaun Watson. I want to be the next Deshaun Watson. Well, now he sees this, and where does he go from there? You're leaving these kids confused because these role models aren't being there what they should be. So I don't know. I just find it really disappointing in a lot of the situations. I am really curious to see whether or not this pushes the trade for Deshaun Watson. I think it actually, if there was a team that's still out there that still wanted him, I think they have closed the book on that. That's just my opinion. But I don't know. It's I'm more in the wait and see right now. But I really think this whole trade debacle that we've, a lot of people have been focused on for the last 2-3 months, since the season ended, or the regular season, and just kind of, what does this do for the Texans organization? What does it do for Deshaun Watson? And what is this going to do for the NFL, down the road?
Darren Clark tuned in.
Oh, that's me.
Hey, Darren. Hi, Darren. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned owners too, because John came in and said, "Give it 3 months, won't hear anything about it." It's probably true, just to some degree. Depending on the path it takes. I mean,
Kraft just going to a rub and tug. I mean, that's not sexual assault, but that's
right.
exploiting, sex workers. I guess that was that whole thing where it's, oh, he was just going to a massage parlor and whatever. I'm like, well, yeah, most of the people that work at those places are sex workers, sex trafficking. You know what I mean? They're not there because they like just jerking off 80-year-old men. You know what I mean? They're forced there. They're forced.
No
labor.
one signs up for that gig. I hate to tell you, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what the pay is, but
probably not good enough.
I mean, but that's why they're forced into it, and it's terrible. But I'm with you. I don't know what to really for right now. I'm just hanging tight, man. There's all kinds of stuff. You're right. And it really does kind of come down to the spin that media wants to put on it, or the pressure that it comes down.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking around like, okay, so what? And you got people that fire off immediately.
Yeah.
The first allegation came out. People, they chose their side and are like, this guy's a scumbag. I'm like,
yep.
How do we know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we know? And boy, oh boy, what are you going to do?
This is the power social media gave people, though. Amanda coming in hot, came in, fave my faves. What's up? Walked in at rub and tug. Sorry about that.
What's up, baby?
It's poor timing. That's Panda, right?
Yeah, it's Panda.
That was going on, Panda.
Came in at the right time, baby. Came in at the right time.
The right time. Eggplants in the chat, folks. I guess to leave this topic right now, I guess. I wanted to say at least one thing, but I kind of lost my train of thought. It happened so long ago. But, yeah, round it out. Let's just be careful.
Yeah, I just want to...
Let's all just... Durf said it right. Let's wait and see. And...
that's the problem. Everything's a knee-jerk reaction these days, whether it's sports. And you're right, Durf. You think about it as some people don't want to be role models. They just want to play sports.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley, I think Barkley was like, I'm no role model. I'm like, well, that's tough.
Right.
You're right there on TV 3 nights a week, prime time, and people look up to you and what you do. And you have a bunch of testosterone-driven primal males, man, that are out there playing football, and football is so aggressive. And, it's already amplified. They're taking also it's not steroids, it's the other stuff that's kind of legal or whatnot, but like creatine and everything else, it's just to amplify, get bigger, and be more aggressive. And then something like this happens, and you're like, well, it's like, well, I'm just like I said, I'm waiting. I want to see what happens because I want to know the facts. I don't jump off the deep end. I don't just lose my mind on social media. I'm actually quite conservative and reserved these days because, man, just like you said, Dylan, you jump out there quick, you go look like an ass in a couple months.
Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping my receipts just in case, as soon as that one person says one thing and then the result comes out, you can look at that receipt and go, hey, bud, remember when you said this? Any follow-ups? Darren says that the country no longer operates on the judicial system. It's all the court of the media. To a degree, that's pretty accurate. Do I watch any NCAA basketball? Let's do that. NCAA basketball, what's your favorite upset before we bring in Peezy? Because he just jumped in here, and I got to get this dude in here.
Yeah, dump me. Get rid of me whenever you're ready.
Oh, we can just keep you.
Oh.
Or we could dump you. I don't care.
I'll hang out because I like Peezy. You know that. And y'all came on ours and did the Mario trivia.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Plus, I want to see what this knucklehead's going to say.
So, do you have a favorite upset or like a team you're rooting for? Because there's an asinine amount of upsets this year, which is why I didn't even get involved with brackets because I had a feeling this was coming this year. I just had a gut feeling that no one is going to be able to get what's about to happen right. It's going to be insanity. And guess what? Here we are.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 seeds falling like flies.
Super excited about Ohio State going down. Like I actually kind of like looked at them like, man, there's like this crazy. And Abilene Christian won, which was fantastic. Loyola or La Jolla, whatever you want to call it, Chicago. That always seems to be, Sister Jean, man. Let's get one for her before she goes. She's like 150 years old. I think Michigan that was another. I think that was the women's bracket. Michigan beat Tennessee, but
yeah, that just happened.
I've been enjoying it, watching it, but I think Gonzaga's going to win it all. I don't think there's any chance.
Nah, it's going to be hard to stop.
As long as they keep their cool. It's the first year I think that UNC, Duke, and Kentucky aren't in it. So, I was walking around the neighborhood with my UK sweatshirt on the other day, and these guys like, "You guys didn't make it this year?" I go, "No, it's a bunch of one and dones. What the hell are we going to do? Eventually, it's going to run out."
Welcome to college basketball. But this is what happened to Gonzaga. Look at Gonzaga. That's the reason they're where they're at, because they're not a one and done school. They stayed. They got seniors. Once those seniors are gone, and now Gonzaga is kind of turning into a basketball school, things might start changing for them. They get a bunch of one and dones. We'll never hear from them again. But this is the cycle of college basketball right now, and it's sad to see, and that's why I don't really care for college basketball anymore. You're not sitting there watching your favorite freshman become a senior and lead the team to the championship. Yep. He's a freshman. If maybe he comes back for his sophomore year, it doesn't matter, because now he's just with a bunch of other freshmen. They're not going to do anything, and they're gone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Sad. So when Gonzaga, I think when they first came on scene, they had that dude with that little pencil thin mustache, out there just wrecking shop and whatnot. They were actually great to watch. So now every year, I mean, they're just great. You're right. They go through the process. They get there 3 or 4 years in. I remember the last time I think that happened for Kentucky was late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it's crazy. But, yeah, you're right. But, yeah, give me Gonzaga. Gonzaga's going to win. I'd love to see Loyola, Chicago get some distance in there.
That'd be fun. Let's get Loyola and Gonzaga in the final. Let's do it. I don't know if that's even possible, but let's do it. No?
But I'm pulling for you.
Final Four, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Durf, what's your March Madness opinion?
It's been insane. I mean, that's I don't know. To me, it's been great to see the upsets. Really just takes the power of these normal schools that are constantly just like cleaning house and just get destroyed, and it was great. Like, I saw the Ohio State upset by Oral Roberts, and I was like, yes. Like, as being a Penn State fan, like, nothing more than letting Ohio State lose as much as possible. But other than that, it's been like, I don't know. I also think about it like all these brackets that, like, literally every bracket is no longer valid, and
there's 118 still alive.
I find that really? So hard to believe, though.
Well, people make a bunch and just kind of run some crazy numbers. They have like 100 brackets, so they'll put out. But 118. I think ESPN put that out earlier. Now, whether that was at lunch. Now, whether that's the way it stands right now, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, they probably just like you said, 100 plus brackets. They probably made with like every possible outcome. Be willing to bet. They just sat down for like a week straight and just made every possible bracket. Which doesn't count. That doesn't count. Should only be allowed to make one. Deal with it. John enjoyed his Oregon over Iowa, or Texas getting beat by a high school. Who did Texas lose to?
Abilene Christian.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, that was great. I was in like some bar having beers with my brother and his wife, and I was like, oh. I was so excited too, man, because like all the big schools were like falling. Big 12 just like the only team that's worth a damn is Texas Tech, I think, and I think they've already been bounced, or I don't even know if they're still.
I don't even know if they were in it this year.
They were, but
were they? Oh.
Yeah, but it's just like I like watching them all fall. It's just fun for me.
It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This isn't Fortnite. You're right. It's not. All right, we've had Sal wait long enough. Let's bring I got to change the background because I don't have a 4-person background. Oh, this is going to be really ugly. I'm sorry, everybody. This is the only thing I got that works.
I was about to say, you want me to jump out?
No. We'll just bring Sal in.
No one's going to see the damn background anyways with all 4 of us on here. Look at the size of our head.
That's very. Once I realize we're going to have 4 in here, this is just, it's not going to matter. That's fine. Oh, Tony's in the house with cake and pie. We got to get Peezy caught up.
What is this cake and pie thing?
Well, that's the pie I ate tonight.
You literally have pie.
Yeah.
This wasn't like a metaphor for something. You literally had pie.
Oh, no, this has been a 2021 thing. We've been doing cake pie all year. Yeah.
You should watch some of the shows.
You should watch some of the. You son of a bitch.
3 or 4 of our shows are all about pies and cakes. Jeez.
I thought that was like a deal you guys made for one of your fantasy football or something, was it, at the end?
It's actually something like that. Yeah, there's somebody's
Pretty
getting
much.
chunked at them. Yeah.
I watched plenty.
See, it kind of started like that and just evolved into this. Every single guest we've had this year, whether they're ESPN hosts, former player, we've had all kinds of weird guests on. We've asked them all the same question: cake. What do you prefer, cake or pie? So we're going to ask you the same dang on question there, Peezy. Cake or pie?
Listen, this is actually a very good debate, right?
It is. That's why we've been doing it.
I want to know what this corner has to say.
There's a lot of factors that go into this. Variables.
Okay.
There's a lot of variables, okay? Let's start with this. Let me ask you a couple questions.
Oh, boy.
One, cake. Are we talking like fluffy regular cake or ice cream cake?
It could be, Jesus. I mean, it could be whatever. I mean, because ice cream cake is still cake.
Yeah.
So if you like ice cream cake more than any kind of pie, then your answer is cake.
Yeah.
But no, that's not true. So you see this list. Like I would prefer a pie over a regular cake. Okay. Especially if you're going to talk like apple pie. That's like my favorite, right? But if you're going to tell me there's ice cream cake, especially the layered one with the frosting and the chocolate ice cream and the little chocolate cookie crispy things that come in there, bro, listen, you really want to go fucked up? Go and put a piece of the ice cream cake on the pie, and then just have like a nice mix. That is your counter recommendation.
So I will counter it now that I've had a second to think about it. Since you cannot have an ice cream pie, it doesn't exist, and it's just a baked good.
Okay.
Then we'll stick with baked goods on the cake side too. So we will exclude ice cream cake from the argument.
All right. If we're excluding ice cream cake 100%, then it's definitely pie.
Okay.
100%.
And this is actually an apple peach cobbler. It's the same thing as pie. I mean, cobbler and pie is virtually the same thing.
I'm pie till I die, baby.
I love pie. So good.
That's it. Me
All
too.
the fruits,
Get down.
custards.
The poontags.
Love me some pie.
Oh, hey. I just texted y'all too. I was like, are y'all explicit? Y'all marked explicit or whatever?
We should have for this one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I always forget. I'm so used to doing my own show that like when I come on yours or anyone's, I'm always like, oh crap, I got trucker mouth.
When I upload this one, it's gonna be the first ever explicit on and off the field episode we've ever made.
You can just bleep me out, bro. Come on.
That takes editing. I'm not doing that.
I'll do
Dude,
it for
we're
you.
only live too, man.
I'm not doing that. Who do you think I am?
I will be the big E for explicit.
The big E.
Man, I'm telling you, see all these guys and gals that are on here asking questions about how much time do you spend editing? They go, none. I ain't got time for that. I go live, man.
And then I download the audio and we upload it.
That's literally what I do. It's the best thing in the world, not having to do any kind of post production.
Yep. It does kind of weed out the talent, right? If you think about it, like if you're just reading like a script, like, oh, you got a great voice or whatever. Yeah, great.
Deshaun Watson has 16 accounts of sexual assault. Just sitting there.
But coming on here, hosting the show live, working the audience, working the audio,
Gotta work that crowd.
producing, getting the sounds in, bro. That takes talent. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Durf is all the talent. That's what it is. I mean, if we just go back to our 2-person screen, it says it right on the bottom. I'm just the looks, and Durf is Durf's the brains of the operation.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was he's the tech work guy, and you're the eye candy.
Yeah, I'm here, and especially now that the glasses are on. I mean, come
You got to
on.
pull them off though, like your book report is due, sir, or whatever. You know,
Got to get me a rippable shirt and put an S underneath.
oh Jesus.
Let's rip the glasses off. If I rip the glasses off, they're hard to get back on, so I'm not going to actually rip them off. It's too much
Yeah.
work.
Got one of them old NBA band things around your head to keep them things from falling off, bro.
I get some goggles, a face shield.
We got to do a GoFundMe to get you one of those stupid goggles. Look like a horse ran out there.
You come on, you goggles, bro. That's gonna be the best episode, the highest ratings of all time. We literally got to make this happen.
Is this a Halloween episode, or are we just doing it?
Just doing it.
We got to get the eyes of what's the guy from Trailer Park Boys?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. I want to say Bubba for some reason. Yeah, Bubbles. We got to get the bubble glass. Get those eyes going. You put ice cream on top of apple pie. Absolutely. That's how. If I had vanilla ice cream, I would have put it on top of this, but I didn't.
So you went right to vanilla. That's what you put on.
So prejudiced. So prejudiced.
So prejudiced.
Against what?
Against chocolate ice cream.
Yeah. If I got chocolate, I'll throw that on there too, or strawberry as well. I don't give a damn. Vanilla always goes on apple.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm reading through some of Durf's notes, trying to figure out what question I want to ask.
Okay.
Does anybody want to meet in Cleveland? Because the NFL notified all 32 teams this week that they'll return to their draft rooms for the NFL draft held April 29th to May 1st in Cleveland. I got my first round of the COVID-19 vaccine today. So my second one's April 20th. I could go to the draft if I want to, if they're allowing fans. Anyone want to go with me?
I've been already, and I was going to go to the one in Vegas last year. So I think Alan said they're going to bring it back around the following year. So we're going to go next year.
Okay.
So I'm not going to Cleveland.
Oh, nice.
I might wait for that one then too.
It's okay. It's okay. You're not down in the valley, where all the fans want to eat this.
I don't want to be in there.
Yeah,
that's a mess.
We were up top, hanging out in the stands and whatnot. But we got to catch some balls out there. Did some diving for some pictures and drank a bunch of beers and whatnot. It was fun. We tailgated beforehand and it was great. But yeah, the Vegas one was going to be amazing. We got our tickets. We had everything ready to go. Hell, we had all our equipment to record it and do like on the spot interviews and whatnot. And they shut it down. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they didn't give you a press pass, bro.
Hey, I'll have a damn press pass to everything I go to from now on.
Hell yeah.
You gotta teach me your ways.
We're gonna put this damn thing to use. I tell you that.
That's something we can actually do. That's the best part. You literally can request a media pass.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw another podcast do that. I don't remember who it was, but they had their video and they were in there asking questions. I was like, how the heck did that show get a media pass? And I don't have one. I got to work on this.
We got it. We got the backing now. So yeah, look into it, man. What were you? Oh, hey, I got a question for Durf.
What's up?
How many pops do you got back there, and which one's your favorite one?
Well, I actually just got a new one recently.
Talking to Mike, please.
I just got
turn around and look at him. Damn it!
Yeah. So I have 9 right now.
Okay.
I just got a new one recently. Doing a little backtracking with some Captain America.
Okay.
So I think I got Infinity War was the last one I just got. Because Captain America with a beard. Why not?
Gotta have it.
Okay.
Favorite one, probably my Endgame Captain America, because it's the broken shield, and then with Mjolnir.
Okay.
So,
wait, you got that? That's for real? I need that.
Yeah.
That's the one I saw when I was shopping around. I didn't crack because I know I would spend $1 billion buying those damn things. So I didn't buy, but if I did buy one, that would be the one I was gonna buy.
Pops
That
are
was sick.
there.
Like them, bro, and I'm like obsessed.
How many?
See, I know if I buy one, it's just a rabbit hole that'll never end.
What'd you say, Peezy? How many you got?
I got maybe 6 or 7 total right now.
Okay.
I don't keep them in the box like y'all. That looks real fancy. I like to play with my shit. So I like to get hands on. I got like a couple baby Yodas. I got Spider-Man. I got the Thor from Ragnarok. And there's a couple others up there. I can't remember. They're on the top of the shelf over here. But
if I find an Endgame Thor with the beer belly,
Yes.
I'm buying it. It's over. That'll be the first one.
they do have
the one I need, right? Like I need.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
all people need that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I might actually like send it out to have custom made because there's a lot of guys that make custom pops and whatnot. Because I want it to look just like I want it to be the relaxed fit Jonesy from Fortnite, obviously. But yeah,
yeah, that's sick.
So you're gonna get basically the Jonesy, but he's gonna be holding like Stormbreaker.
He's got to have he's got the fries in the pocket.
Yeah.
got all that other stuff going on. So yeah, I'll hit the person up. I want to see what they can do and how much they'll charge to do it. But we'll see.
It might be worth the money because that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does.
So everyone's got pops but me. Do you have pop? You have pops, right, Rapid? I assume you do.
Yeah, a couple hundred.
What?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before. Yeah,
they're all up there.
Oh, I got 6 of them.
Yeah, well, they're everywhere, man.
How many you got? 6. How many you got? 9. How many you got? A couple hundred.
Well, I didn't want, but I wanted to know which ones they had because once you're right. Once you get into them, it's a slippery slope. And I was into Star Wars, and of course they make $1 million for Star Wars. They make $1 million for, but my focus is kind of Batman and Joker. So I have a lot of those. So,
do you have a favorite?
My favorite? It's a Batman somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't know.
It's one of the Batmans.
Yeah, actually, I take it back. Hold on.
Batman's without a doubt like my favorite superhero. There's no doubt.
Really?
Yep.
I just never gotten the Batman thing. I know he's very popular. I can see why people would like him. And I've tried watching all the movies, like the ones in the past, the more recent ones.
Yeah.
I've just never gotten Batman. I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, he's a rich guy that just can build a lot of cool stuff. And he's really smart. And I think that's really his thing. He is very smart.
Take a fight.
I've never watched him and like, oh yeah, Batman, cool. Like if you're a super rich smart guy, I'm going the Iron Man route, dude. I'm building a whole suit, man. I think it's just Batman wasted a lot of his money, time, and resources just doing like a stupid suit with a lot of fancy knickknacks. Just build an Iron Man suit, bro. You could clean up Gotham in a day with that.
Okay, but who died? Okay, who died?
Damn,
I
got no answer there.
Damn it! I have a Chase Joker pop, the '89, the Jack Nicklaus with the when he get his face thrown with water in it and the paint coming down. I have that. It's a Chase one, and then I have this one in a hard stack. It's like a Batman. So I have a ton of Batman. Oh shit, it's a lot of glare. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I can't even see that. Oh, that's crazy colors on that.
Yeah,
what is that?
It's just like one of those art ones, and I won't like the rest of them because they have it's got the old school Batman, smack and stuff like that on there. So I have a couple that are in hard shells, but yeah, I also have the giant Batman as well, the 18-inch one, and some big. Yeah,
I got an 18-inch Batman. I need that.
Some bitch is huge, like
I want it. I don't care how big it is.
Good luck finding it. That's the thing, you know what I mean? But
we're clipping that audio right there, just so you know. I don't care how big it is. Give it to me. We're clipping that.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but yeah, no, I got like I think I'm in the 2s, if not 3s, somewhere in that. But yeah,
and I got a 0. I just got to start at 1, but I just know as soon as I start at 1, it's just never gonna end. That's so bad.
I do like the Post. I have a Post Malone one that I bought for Lizzie, but she keeps it in here. That's one of my favorites as well.
I got that one for my wife, actually. Yep, same thing.
Yep, and that one like shot up like crazy. Like
the red suit one.
The red suit with the Solo cup.
Yep. Yeah, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one more sports related question before we start focusing on you two and your stuff, and then end the show because we only do about an hour, but we're over an hour. We'll wrap it up here shortly. We got one more thing in here I wanted to bring up. I've wanted to buy that. That's just now you're just teasing.
Let's go.
What if that instead of snapping, that's what he had to do? He flips off Thor, and then the blip happens.
Oh, they didn't get to say like that. That makes you want it even more that you can just leave it with the middle finger up. That's like exactly what I would want. And like,
dude, I got rated by somebody, and they were like, "Is that a middle finger in the background?" I go, "I don't know. Yeah,
maybe."
Like, dude, a couple people got like pissed. I was like, "This is not the place for you."
That's right. What about kitties?
Well, John's with me. He's never seen the reason to buy a pop, so he's on my side, I guess. Well, I see the reason to buy them, but he hasn't bought one yet. He hasn't gone down the hole.
Plenty of reasons why not to, but if you like them, I think they're really cool, and I enjoy them. I have them all over the place. I've thought about selling them a handful of times, but I still have all those. It's either that, and I also have like 9 or 10 full size Star Wars helmets.
Yeah, I I love your helmets, though.
Ooh,
I like them. I like them. I need a couple more hangers and whatnot. I got like full size art of Batman and Joker over there that my wife had like custom commissioned for me. They're like probably 4 feet tall, 3 feet wide. Yeah, they're pretty slick.
Do those helmets fit someone with a big head? Big head.
Dude, I got a massive head.
Me too. I wear like a size 8 baseball, like fitted, like it's huge.
Yeah. I've got like 1 notch left on this thing.
And about right for me, yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple tight ones, but the Cardinal one, the red Cardinal, Captain Cardinal is really good. It fits. But yeah, I haven't had a problem getting my head in any of these things except for Vader. Vader's a little tight around the neck. It's not made for an 18.
Yeah.
You need the wife's help to get it off.
I when she put it on, I go, I'm
Uh-oh.
telling you right now, if you don't get this thing off of me, I will freak out. And so she was like, yeah, I know. And so I had to tuck the beard all in and all that kind of stuff. And it comes in layers. You have the neck one, and then you have the top or the middle, and then you have the total sheath or whatever you want to call it. And it makes different noises depending on which ones you have attached. It's like totally legit. It's awesome. I mean, I think it's amazing.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something that's not very cool, real quick, is the Washington football team. Jason Wright, the president, announced, it might just be the Washington football team. We might just be done. That's it. We're just doing Washington football team. The fact that some fans have warmed up to the Washington football team highlights, Wright said that, a strong connection. Why change what people are liking, apparently? It was a season that went relatively well. Screw it. Washington football team. Here we are. I mean, does anyone else have any other suggestions for a name, or we just don't care? We did it for a season now. Everyone's just kind of like, all right, yeah, Washington football team. We're just cash money with this now. We're good to go.
Durf, you go first. It's your show, man.
I mean, I'm fine with the name. I mean, it kind of is what it is. It's I don't know. Sorry, I was stuck in full screen on StreamYard, and I was trying to get out while you guys were talking, so I might have missed something. I'll own up to it. I was stuck on.
Back to you, Dylan.
Yeah, it's a name. It's a name. It's it. They're doing it.
Figure it out. So we're back to normal here.
Do you have a more emphasized opinion on the Washington football team's tournament name?
Yeah,
it's just kind of
it's
just happening.
It's just happening. I would want them to come up with a better name, but I see the point as to why they're keeping it or potentially keeping it. We won't know for sure till 2022, but I don't know. It's a very broad name for a very broad, somewhat team in a very broad division. So
I wanted Washington Football Club from the start, because then you can do Washington FC, you can do WF. I wanted Football Club because that's what soccer does. It just sounds cooler. That was my vote, but I guess I'm fine with football team. If they want to continue with it, it's not my team. Godspeed. Have fun with it, I guess.
I like it. I'll be honest. When it happened, I think Alan was telling me that some guy bought up all the trademarks for like anything like relevant to where it could be. He bought up like over 100 team names. But yeah, no, I'm actually okay with like just Washington football team. I actually like it. I like that name. I didn't like it that it was still, the previous name. I was like, why is it still? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
a weird thing, right?
It was weird in the current climate and just current, condition. And I was like, why hasn't it changed? It kind of fell off and then it came back and then, but I'm okay with it. I don't know about that, Darren. I don't know about all that.
Yes.
I do
like miners, like they go into caves, and is that what? I mean, Peezy, do you care?
I think the current name is trash. All right. It is literally every team's got an iconic something. You can't just be the Washington State football team.
They're not Washington State.
They're not Washington State.
Whatever,
just Washington.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's Washington or Washington State, it's a terrible name.
No matter what the state is, it's a bad name.
Yes. It should just not be just the state, all right? Connecticut State, they're going to be stupid. We started doing that too. Now listen, but hear me out. What if we start calling them the Washington Goldfinches? All right. It's like goldfinches, baby.
I had to sit on that for a second because the last thing I expect you to say is a bird.
That's a bird.
That's a bird, like, right? It's a small bird.
The state
Okay,
bird.
that's the state bird.
Yeah, so why
Wait,
not call
wait a
them
minute.
goldfinches?
There's obviously some confusion here. Which state is that the bird of? Is that Washington State's bird, or is that like the actual Washington football team's?
I remember hearing goldfinch before, bro. I have no clue.
American goldfinch.
What state bird is that? Because there's obviously some confusion here with the
I don't
states.
even
I
know.
know, right? There's some weird stuff going on here.
Washington
DC
or
bird
Washington
approved.
State, I have no clue. But you can still go with the goldfinch. No one's using it right now.
Those Primos, what's going on? John
Wood.
says Washington Red Tails.
I'm actually okay with doing the state bird because here it is.
Okay, here we go.
DC bird approved January 31st, 1967. The wood thrush. Hell yes.
The wood thrush.
Washington wood thrush is coming at you. I'm
Dude,
telling you.
I kind of like that.
With the posture of American robin, but slightly smaller body, became the District of Columbia's official bird.
Wood thrusters.
Thrush, not thruster.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Thrush, like what's
I
that?
wanted it to be something
Right?
else.
Isn't it a STD? Thrush?
Thrush. Wood. No, that's just as good though. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's a yeast infection. So yeah, they're Washington yeast infections.
We should put in a request for the wood thrushes. I think that might be the winner.
I think we need to start the petition. We'll get that started up here like soon. That's gonna we can't let Jason Wright stick with Washington football team. It's not gonna fly. All right. So as we wrap up the show, Rapid Dave, tell people who you are, what you want them to know. I don't care. This is your moment. Have at it.
Oh, well, hello. I'm Rapid Dave. I actually co-host a podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch called Strikeout Beer with my pal Alan. I also stream video games as an adult on Twitch. Thank you.
That was very formal. I hope that worked for everybody. I hope everyone knows where to find him now. Peezy over here. He has a live concert coming up. I've seen that just going around today.
Live virtual concert going down this Saturday. Sessionslive.com/official Peezy, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going down, baby. Virtual concert. My hashtag Get High Rapper just hit over 1 million views. So I figured, what better way to do this than to drop a live concert for the peoples, bro. For the peoples. And we're doing it this Saturday.
Absolute
Oh, don't forget my
TikTok
podcast.
legend. TikTok legend.
Also true. The king of 420 sounds.
What's the tag for TikTok so everyone knows where to find you?
At official Peezy.
At official Peezy.
That's right.
There you go, folks.
Yes, sir. And to be blunt, every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Don't forget that either. Fun
No.
games. Plays a lot of interaction with fans and bringing people on, game shows, all kinds of fun stuff.
We're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. We're a lot of fun.
We're a lot of fun.
You're doing great. All right, you bums. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.
See ya.
Damn. Oh, we all knew that. We all knew as soon as I saw Rapid Dave get on, I got all excited. And then Peezy dropped in. I was like, oh, here we go. Oh, Lordy. I mean, to be fair, we talked about everything in our notes.
Yeah.
We did get everything out there. We talked about what we wanted to talk about, plus like a billion times more things.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a show.
Oh yeah.
Man, we should probably. You know what? Here's a. Gonna throw this out here as an opinion. Just make another podcast. It's just us four. Can you imagine that being a show right there? Just us four clowns just going at it for an hour. Can't imagine anything can go wrong with that, right?
No, not at all.
Wait, this is a sports podcast, right? Wait a minute. I did see some Seahawk news though. Let's wrap this up with some free agency. Let's talk Seahawks, and then I'll ask you about your Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks signed. Oh, where is he? They signed an edge rusher from the 49ers. I think his last name was Hoyer or Hoyter. They signed him to a 3-year deal. And then they also got done bringing back Benson Mayowa, also an edge rusher on a 2-year deal. Had 6 sacks last season for the Hawks. So the Seahawks they've got their offensive, at least one offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They filled the corner slot, the corner position that Shaquille Griffin left. And now they're addressing their pass rush problem by re-signing and bringing in some new people. So I like what they're doing. They're not flashy signings, but the Seahawks never do flashy signings, really.
Right.
They just fill the holes with the people they need, and they move on with their day. So I don't hate it. I'm okay with it. What are the Bills doing these days? They're kind of quiet after there was some rumors, but nothing.
Yeah, they're they kept the players they needed, which was good. Got a lot of team friendly contracts done in the last week or so. Trubisky was a great backup quarterback hiring.
Is he the best backup in the NFL now?
I would say so.
I would agree.
I would definitely say that. Just today, they got Isaiah McKenzie signed.
Oh, that's good.
So he will most likely take over for Andre Roberts on kickoff and punt returns. But he's also that great gadget player that, Brian Dable likes to use on these jet sweeps and, all this trickery play pre-snap. But yeah, it's been still waiting on the better tight end signing, but I'm going to look for the draft on that one now.
Giving up on Zach Ertz?
A little bit. I know.
Do you want the Bills to sign Zach Ertz?
Only if Brandon Beane gets it team friendly for the Bills, because that's the thing. Another team is probably could sell the farm for Zach Ertz, and Brandon Beane won't.
Right.
And I don't know. Maybe the Eagles need to get a little bit more desperate to try and get rid of him. But I don't know. I'm okay with the Hollister signing. I was a little surprised, but him and Josh Allen had the connection from Wyoming. So we'll see. The tight end was definitely a position that Bean had talked about in a press conference that, they wanted to address that because they wanted to, increase what they already have with Dawson Knox. Hasn't happened yet. We'll see if it happens. Maybe I'm guessing if if the Ertz trade doesn't happen, then we'll look for the draft.
I don't see why not. I don't know why you would. If you bring in Hollister, as soon as Lee Smith got traded, everyone just kind of thought, oh, here comes Ertz.
Right.
But then here comes Hollister. And it's not like Hollister came that cheap either. It's not like a massive deal, but he still cost a little bit. I don't know the exact numbers. You might. I don't know. It wasn't nothing.
It wasn't anything. It wasn't super expensive, but
it was pass catching tight end. He's not going to block for you. He came from the Seahawks. I can help you out here.
Right.
He's a good pass catching tight end. He's exactly what the Bills were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So it might not be Ertz, but hey, maybe it works out. Ertz has been kind of struggling the past couple of years, but the offense as a whole for the Eagles has struggled.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell whose fault it is. Is it Ertz's fault for struggling, or is it the Eagles as a whole fault for struggling? We'll find out in this next season, whatever team he ends up on. We'll see if he dominates or not.
Yeah, we shall see.
All right. Well, is there anything else on your chest that you need to get off? I mean, it's been a wild show. We had 26 reactions for the show. It was great. We had a lot of fun, I think. Rapid Dave and Peezy came on. So anything else you need to let the people know before we sign off?
Nah. I think that's it.
I just wanted to make sure there's dude, you forgot to talk about this free agent signing. Dude, you forgot because that's what you do for me. That's why you're the brains of the operation. I forgot to even switch this back, just so everyone knows we got the brains over there. That's why I always ask to make sure I'm not forgetting something, because usually I do.
No,
dude, you forgot to mention that there's this huge signing. Oh well.
No, I've been having trouble keeping up with the signings, so.
Me too.
As far as I know, we got everything.
All the big stuff happened last week.
Right.
Like the Patriots stuff and the big moves. Everything always happens the first week of free agency. After that, it slows down. Obviously, then it's you might get one or two things worthy of talking about, but we didn't even get that this past week. It's been a very quiet week. So as Rapid Dave is reminding us in the comments, don't forget to floss. Make sure you are liking, observing, sharing, and subscribing to everything on and off the field related. Make sure you are flossing. Brought to you by the one and only Stefan Diggs. Sometimes I forget to flash that up there.
Yeah.
But we'll be back next week because
Mama didn't raise no wussies.